Yo, Rana, and welcome to FM Tahiti. I hope you're all doing well. We've made it to the start of the second season, and we've got our very first match coming up against, probably know this, Morpea. There we are. Some decent players in there. Not too many decent players, but they did alright last season. If we look at where they were last season, they were, I was going to say they did really well, 7th, so they're mid-table. So they're not a terrible team. But there's been lots of transfers and lots of action. Actually, a lot more money spent than I thought would be spent in the league at this stage. So actually, how well teams did last season probably isn't a particularly good guide for how well they'll do this season. So if we just look at our own transfers first, I've been pestered in the transfers. In terms of players going out, so Alessi Fanaki went out on a free transfer to Fatahuka Corollas. He never played that much for us. I mean, he played some games, but he wasn't key. It's the same for pretty much all of them, apart from Halapua Tuamotun, who did play quite a few games for us, most of the games this season. So he was a bit of a loss. This right-sided Tuamotun in defence also went, didn't play too many. And then this player, the left midfielder, Soeli Tuamotun, we were going to keep as backup for Esaku, but Puka put an offer in, so I had a look at who they had, and I saw there was someone who looked quite good, so I bid on their player as well. So it was almost like a swap. As I made the transfer, another offer came in for him from, I think, San Pedro, and San Pedro offered 16 grand for him. So I thought, fantastic, I'm getting rid of him. I might actually get 16 grand, which would be good. But in the end, he decided to go to Puka instead. So I couldn't really go back and change that one. So he got rid of him, but brought in someone else to replace him. Rick Senituli is one of our youth prospects, but he's going to go play at Puka on loan for the season. We can recall him if we need to. Payout Senituli, midfielder, again, a youth intake. He's going away to... Where is he going away to? Vahanga Vines on loan for the season, because he's probably not going to get into the team. And then the big transfer is, look, £28,000. So our record signing. It's not just £28,000 actually. Tell me here. No, it's not showing me the ones we've made, unfortunately. How do I find out? Let's look at clauses. Oh, there we go. So we've got 2 instalments of 2,800 plus that sort of £28,000 and 10% of his transfer fee. So I thought I might as well put the 10% on, because if people are going nuts for transfers at this stage, that might actually earn us a little bit of money. And we need money because we're in the red. So we got rid of him. He was ever present for us at right back, but he's not anything particularly special. When you look at his attributes, it's not like we can't replace that. So that's what we tried to do. So we brought in 4 players, so not as many as we've had sort of leave. We also managed to extend a couple of loans that haven't appeared on here. But we've got Sione Tongamana, who's going to play on the left. So there's a 6'4" left back and gives us cover there, because we really were lacking there. Then we've got Nasea Faupula, who is a defensive midfielder, a ball-winning defensive midfielder, who is our cover in defensive midfield. Then we've got Alwyn Morris, who's the one from Puka. So I think he's a better left winger than Soeli is. Technically, he might not be that much better, but his mentals and his physicals, I think, are a bit better. And he's a little bit younger as well, I think. Actually, no, he's a bit older. But yeah, I think overall that's an improvement that we've made. And then we've got Tavita Honey, who is a right-sided defender. So he's our replacement for Nicholas Seau. And when I scouted him, they thought he was going to be better. Oh, they're both up on the screen. Nice. And again, I think he is an improvement. Not massively, but I think he is. So we've got him. And then we managed to get Parmentier and Riviera to extend their loans, but Riviera's now done his hamstring, so he won't be playing anytime soon. We're not really losing. We're not really doing without any players for international duty. They seem to have all been... None of our players got called up. Jordan Esaku was meant to be called up, but got snubbed, and he was really disappointed. It's just the way it is. But it works out for us. I'd rather have them playing for us than for anyone else. If we look at the general kind of transfer window. And again, we sort by highest. We managed to get the best deal there. We had a few offers come in for other players, 16,000, 8,000, 2,000. Someone bid £600, which was the release fee for our defensive midfielder, Hitiraa, which we then renegotiated with him, so it didn't go. But there's some money being spent, not huge amounts, but if we compare this to how we were doing in FM19 at the end of our first season into the second season, nowhere near this kind of money was being spent. Not as widely as well. So that's pretty decent. And again, a lot of movement between a lot of different teams. So let's play our first match. So we're going to play against Marquesas. We're playing at their grounds. We're going to do what I normally do. At the start of every season, I clear the squad entirely and then pick again to make sure I'm not getting locked into picking the same players. Only one choice for keeper because I've not called up anyone else. On the right hand side, we're going to get the new player Tahiti Honey to play there. On the left hand side, we've got a choice between Jacob Funaki or Sione Tonga Mana. I'm going to play Tonga Mana because he's slightly better on paper. In the centre of defence, we've got Stéphane Parmentier. And then I was going to play Sueli Muavasi, but he's injured for this one. He's injured for 2 to 3 months. So we're probably going to have to play Nasir Faupula, who is our kind of defensive midfielder cover, but he can play there. So he'll do the job for a little bit. Let's swap him around because Parmentier is left-sided. Defensive midfielder is going to be Sione Huatani. There's a lot of interest in him. On the right-hand side, we're going to play Olivetti, and then we'll have Lucao as backup. Lucao had a lot of interest again, people trying to get him. On the left-hand side, Jordan Esaku goes straight in, and then we've got Alwyn Morris as backup on there if we need him. We were going to play Lenny Riviera in the middle there, but what we will do is we'll play Sinalau Vehikite. I could never say his name right. I need some good nicknames for some of these ones. And then we're going to have Tavita as target man and Tony as defensive deep lying playmaker. And then we'll just bring on various subs. That should do it. That's everyone we need, I think. Let's see how we get on. I'm expecting a win, but again, it's very difficult to know what's going to happen with some of these changes. We've got a couple of real players in as well, so they may have strengthened. The one thing that shocked me with some of the transfers is where have these teams got this money from? Because we were given $2,000. They actually upped our wage budget, even though we'd already been told what our aims were. We got another news item saying our wage budget was going up to 3,400, which is good, which means we're now within it. But we did relatively well. I don't know how other teams that didn't do as well as us, managing to keep that money rolling over and putting in those kind of offers. Gone to Vangaloka, get it back in. Tavita, almost the first goal of the season. Yeah, I'm just not sure how they've managed it. It's a bit weird. Honey to Tuamotun, go along, honey. Tavita, charging up there. Viakite, it's a new left back. In it goes. Out it goes. Back to him again. I don't think we're going anywhere with this one. Tahoni, almost through. Just as I say it, he's almost through. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the teams actually start lining up. We did earn about... Got Esaku. Tavita, there we go. Esaku and Tavita linking up. Tavita's one of the players who are odds on to get either top goal scorer or top sort of... I think it's player rather than young player. And Tahoni's also one of the odds on favourites for top goal scorer. There we go, nice little tap in. We'll take that. That'll do us. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. This is where we start to see teams traditionally kind of find their level a bit. Oh, that was an interesting flick on. Tuamotun flicks it on for Tahiti. I think Tahiti may have stolen that one, but in it goes. So Esaku puts it in the box, nods it on, nods it kind of behind himself, but it counts. It's in. It'll do. Nice to open up the season with a hat trick. Go on, Esaku. Not quite. He had a lot of interest to Itani. A lot of people wanting to pay to have him on loan as well. In fact, had a few loan offers where they were willing to pay their wages plus a little bit. So some of them were like £450 a month they were willing to pay in total, including the wages, which is a little bit of money. It's a little bit of income, but we were better off with them inside than loaning them out, trying to get someone else in. Almost there for Tahiti. Our finances I'll show you at the end of this, but we did get about 50 grand in TV and participation money. So, oof. What was a free kick from deep, and Andy Vincent's got that one in. Poorly defended, I think. Yeah. We should have been getting that one. Yes, all the TV money and the participation money for the competitions comes in right at the start of the season. So it means every club in the Premiership, for example, gets about £50,000 at the start of the season, which is less than the kind of running costs of the teams, but at least it means there's some regular income, so teams are less likely to become bankrupt straight away. Could be capable of even more. We'll leave that for the moment. Just want to kind of hold on, see what other teams are doing. Any surprises? So Motu won, beating Manuel, which is a bit of a surprise. What else? Moria only drawing against Mahisha. There has been a bit of kind of sharking going on. So some of the big teams like Moria, Manuel, have been picking off players from teams like Rura 2. Oh, good long throw. Tahiti, someone. Bit of a scramble there. Newly promoted Rura 2, losing 2-1. Hitiraa there, newly promoted as well, winning 4-1. Team that got promoted from the lower leagues as well was the Sharks, the Ranigoroa Sharks. It's just kind of from an island reef that has lots of sharks. Black tip reef sharks, lots of pearls, lots of diving. It's one of the big tourist hotspots. And they got promoted into the silver. Oh, Tuamotun did his best, and now the brick's on for them. Oh, beautiful. That is the exact... a yellow card. I love this referee. That should have been a red card, because that was a cynical foul to stop him going through. There's no one else there. No one was going to stop him from there. But I already like him. Right, let's make some subs. Holding on. Let's bring on Alwyn Morris. See how he does with Jordan Esaku. Let's bring on a striker. Let's bring on Penny Vakatapu, the big man for Tiahoni. Let's go with that. 6-4 this match. Look at that. Moria getting back into it. Honey's done alright. When we've seen him, he's been solid. He let a player get away from him for that goal, I think. But that's... Oh. Ooh, there's the red card. That's the red card we were waiting for. Straight through him. That's fine. We can deal with that. At this point in the game, we can deal with that. It does make it a bit awkward for us because now we're missing an attacking midfielder because Riviera's injured still. Oh, stop it. What a scramble. I thought that might have gone over, but fine. Come on, let's see what else is going on here. 5 minutes left. If you look at the match stats, we've been edging ahead, but not by much. It has been quite close. 5-6. Come on, clear it out. Not really seen much of Alwyn, but he's not had much. There he is. It's a big man. He looks huge in the match engine. One big man to another big man. I think our average height is gradually creeping up. Let's make a sub. Let's break up play a bit. Let's bring on Lacau for Olivetti. That should hopefully do the trick. Honey. Tavita. This is hat-trick. 3-1. It did take until injury time, but he did it. In it goes. Quite pleased with that. Little nod. Easy as you like. Tavita's going to do well. I might need to look at his contract again to make sure we keep hold of him. As if that right back who was solid but, you know, not massively inspiring, went for 28 grand. Tavita should be going for a lot more. Morris in. Tavita almost had it. It's a reasonable ball in by Morris. He's got to be off, hasn't he? Yeah, it was. Nice idea. Poor implementation. And that's the Rapper ET way. Oh, I'm still really impressed by that tackle that got the red card. It's a really good one in a recent Dodgy Gamer episode with Andorra. Well worth a look. And there we go. That's not too bad, is it? Good win for us. 3 points. Hat-trick for Tavita to start the season off. He's a very good player. 6'6" as well. Our own finances, like we're at 46. We've got this sort of spike here from when we actually got the TV money and things coming in. But it's not enough to quite get us back into the black. But we're doing okay there. If we look at the rest of the league, one of the things that's worth looking at sometimes is the stadiums. And so far, it looks like there are no kind of stadium moves afoot. So if you look at the stadium view, if someone's moving to a different stadium and there's stadium sharing, you can see because there'll be two in one of the stadiums, or there'll be a new stadium on there. Oh, no, there's one I missed completely. Stade de Paix, or Stade de Paix, is one of the real Tahiti stadiums that exists. 2,500 seater. So AS Manu Ura, real team play there. But now the Sky Brights and Huahine are playing there. Because let's have a look. Sky Brights, facilities. Their community stadium's getting a 631 seat expansion, so they'll get them over 1,000 seats in the end. And if we go back and look at Huahine, they've got an 841 seat expansion, so they'll have the biggest stadium outside those who've got like national stadiums. So there's a bit of growth. I don't know how they can afford it. To be honest, the Sky Brights are probably the only team that have a really good chance of being able to afford it because of the O-League win and going into the Club World Championship. Huahine, they'll be in the O-League and they'll be in the French Cup, so they've got an opportunity to. They're worth about 232, 600, a few different values. How much are we worth? 87,000. We're not quite up there with the big boys yet. We're getting there. But thanks for watching this first episode of the start of the season. We've got quite a few matches to come. I'll probably blast through a few of these. I might come back for the Moria and Rurtu matches a little later so we can make some progress. But basically, yeah, I'm quite happy with the squad. We've not got a huge amount of depth, but look, our kind of mental attributes of aggression, determination, bravery, positioning, jumping, work rate, strength, they're all getting a lot better actually. It looks a lot happier than we did do in the past. So we're improving, I think. But it's just how much has everyone else improved. Well, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.